Hey designers, welcome back here on Designer Today. In today's episode I would like to show you how to work with nested symbols, and my aim is to do this in less than 10 minutes. Let's get started by showing you what I've already got, which is two artboards, one with a design on it, iPhone 11 artboard with a header, which is a symbol, a Bluetooth icon, a product image and a product title, and a cancel button. Here on the left we have an artboard with styles on them, meaning that I've created these color swatches and I've already made layer styles out of them. It's important that they are layer styles because we want to be able to reuse these colors and make sure that we're consistent in our color use. So all of these are already set up. And on top of that we have two textiles, which is a body copy normal and a small title. And below here you will see the three icons that we're going to be working with. So let's get started actually with these icons, because we're going to be creating symbols out of them. Simply just hit create symbol and we're going to say icons / laptop icons / TV and icons / phone. If we go to the symbols page, you will see now that these artboards all have different sizes, which is not ideal. We need to make sure that they have the same artboard size in order to be able to change them later on. So I'm gonna make all the artboards 44 by 44 pixels. And there we go. And each icon is going to be centered on its artboard. And we have to make sure that there's a layer style applied to them, because otherwise we will not be able to change colors later on. I'm just going to give these the almost black color. There we go. And they all have the same size now, which is super important. Sketch will now recognize them as being interchangeable, which we want to be able to do later on when we have the nested symbols. So our first layer of symbols is done. You will see now that these are stretched. We just simply right click on them and say set to original size, and they're back to normal. Cool. So let's go to our artboard. Again with a header, Bluetooth icon, product image and a title. And we're going to start with our first layer of like nested symbols. So we're going to be drawing a square of about, let's make this 34 by 34 pixels. And we're going to give this a 10 pixel border radius. And on top of that, we're going to give this a layer style. Again, this is to be able to change colors later on. So I'm going to say gray. And on top of this background, which is important to rename the layer. So this is going to be the icon background. And we want to be showing an icon on top of that. Since the icons are already symbols, we can just go to our symbol menu. Let's start with TV. We're going to resize this. Actually, let's make this background a little bit bigger. Let's make this 50 by 50. And inside of that, we're going to center the icon. Okay, so we have the icon now. And we have an icon background. And together, I want to make this into another symbol. So we're going to use the icon symbol together with the background and create a new symbol, which is a nested symbol. So we're going to say create symbol, and I'm going to call this icons, and I'm going to say icon plus backgrounds. Enter. And you'll see here in the layer list that this is now a symbol on its own, in which we can change now the background color. but we could also be changing the icon color. Let's do this to something else so we can actually see. And there we go. Okay, so let's create the card background, which is going to be a rectangle going from side to side. And the height is going to be 80 pixels. And this as well is going to have a 10 pixel border radius. I'm going to apply a white layer style to it. But I want it to have a little bit of a shadow as well so we can actually see. And let's put this alpha down a bit. This is way too hectic. Something like this. And we could actually create a new layer style out of this, because this is not just white anymore, it's white and a shadow. So I'm going to say create, and I'm going to say shadows / card shadow. There we go, it's its own layer style right now. We're going to be putting this guy on top. We're going to center it. 15 pixels from top, bottom, and left. And we're gonna need a text box with product title in it. And it is going to have the text style of body copy. And there we go. I'm gonna center this. 25 pixels from the icon is perfect. And I think 15 pixels from the right side, so I'm gonna do this -15. There we go. So we have a product title, we have icon plus background, and we have a card background. So together this is going to be another symbol. So we're gonna say create symbol, we're gonna say cards / card small. And there we go. We can now start filling this in. And as you can see here in our overrides panel, the product title is going to be Samsung Smart TV 7 series. And the icon is already correct, it's the TV one. So what we want to be doing now is to duplicate this symbol. Put some space in between, and this is going to be the iPhone 11 Pro. So what we want to be doing is we want to be swapping out this icon for the phone. And the color is going to be white of the icon. And then the icon background will make this teal. There we go. Since we've nested all these symbols into one another, we have all the properties in our property panel and our overrides panel to be able to change them, which is awesome. So let's create the last one. And there we go. This is going to be the MacBook Pro. We're going to be changing this icon to the laptop one. Keep the color white and the background's going to be purple. There we go. So with all these nested symbols, we were able to create this thing now. Super fast, especially if you're going to reuse this symbol on multiple pages. But the cool thing is that I want to show you is you can easily also swap styles. For example, you could also make the background of all the icons. We can make this gray, and we could give the icon itself the color. So for example, coral. We could make this background gray as well. And the icon itself is going to be teal. And this background is going to be gray as well. And the icon is going to be purple. So literally in a matter of seconds, I just changed this design of this card quite drastically in terms of colors. And I didn't even have to create new layer styles. I didn't have to create new symbols, not new nested symbols. It was already done in the first initial setup. It's really that easy. It takes some time to set up, but as you can see, It is totally worth spending that time in the beginning because now it becomes super easy and super quick to build products. So let me know if you have any questions. Please follow, subscribe, all of that to be able to see new content coming up. Thanks for watching.